Custom tactics this year in EA FC have been completely transformed. They look completely different to last year's, and many people are scratching their heads. Many players who've already got hold of the game, have started playing the game in early access, have no idea how to set up their team. They have no idea what all this means. There's lots of different navigations, lots of different menus, and everybody is asking each other what the hell is going on. In today's video, I'm going to explain everything about how you can set up your custom tactics and get the very best out of your team and players in the roles that they're playing. This year, EA have also introduced lots of different new concepts to the game that you will need to know to set up your team. So if you're already playing the game in early access or looking forward to the game on Friday, you will want to watch this video and get hold of the custom tactics that you need to make sure you get the very best start in your ultimate team and in your career mode. Let's take a deep dive in this video right now. Okay, so let's go straight into it and deep dive into custom tactics this year. The first thing that you will see when you come into the home screen of the team management is these different tactics. You've got these presets in Real Madrid and Man City. You've got this use code. You've got a new tactic. What does all this mean? Well, let's actually take a look at new code. What does this mean? What is this code that they're talking about? Well, this code is from those content creators or those friends that have already set up a custom tactics that they feel works best and they feel is meta. So they, rather than spelling everything out to you and taking time and you having to sort everything out and going through each and every player and formation, you don't need to do all that. All you need to do is get hold of their team code, their custom tactic code, and put it into your game. Put it in here, import it in, and you'll have all their settings imported into your team and you don't need to do anything. That is an absolute brilliant idea from EA. I mean, hats off to whoever's come out with that, because that would make things a lot easier when you're discussing it with your friends, when you're watching other content creators and they're saying, oh, this is the best tactic, this is the best custom tactic out there, best formation, and you're not having to then go onto your PlayStation or Xbox or PC and make them laborious, slow changes to everything and every player and custom tactic. No, all you do is put the code in and boom, you're ready to go. So right now, if you want to go ahead and set up some custom tactics for your team yourself, you can either import them as new tactic or you can use a preset and amend that. Let's first go into this preset I've got for Real Madrid and let's go and edit it and make it a bit more custom to what you want. So first of all, when you go into a formation or a preset, you'll be presented with these options. First of all, it's tactical preset, which is custom. You can go for FC preset and you can go for direct play or cautious, depending on how you want to set up your team. I've gone with custom. You again should be going for custom if you've got the time to go ahead and tinker with the team. Then you go down and you pick a formation. I've already gone ahead and chosen my formation with the players that I've got, because I know that this suits the players that I've got and they're all going to be getting full chemistry or be playing in the positions that they're set to play. If you go ahead and choose a formation that suits you best, go ahead and do that. Right now it's too early in the game to tell you which formation is meta, so go with any formation that you like the look of and that you like playing in. Okay, then you've got the build up style. Build up style, you've got a few here. You've got counter, you've got balanced, and you've got short passing. Okay, you've got 3 different build-up styles. I would advise that you stick with balance right now, because we're not quite sure what these 2 other ones really mean, but over time I'm sure we'll get used to them. But for now, just go ahead and stick to balanced, in my opinion. Now, moving on to defensive approach, you've got 3 different defensive approaches. You've got a balanced approach, you've got a high approach, and then you've got an aggressive approach. Now you can see the line height there. It's 95 for the defensive line. Then you've got 70 line height, and then you've got for balance, which is 50. Most people, I think, will be comfortable with 50. I probably want to stay with high because I like the high line, but you can choose whichever you're comfortable with. Now, once we've done that, this is where the big difference comes into this game this year. Player roles. If you press R1, you'll come into this screen and you will get to see what the players will do with or without the ball. Now if you press the right hand stick, you will see that without the ball the players will move in different positions, and with the ball they'll move in a different position. Now you will see that the players with the ball on the team will play a completely different formation, a formation that you've probably never seen. What is that formation? Without the ball, they will play the standard formation that you've set up, which is a 4-2-4 formation in this case, okay? That is really interesting, but what makes them do this? What makes them go into this formation? Well, this year, EA have introduced player roles, which will make the players move and play in a different way than ever before. This is so peak. It is absolutely brilliant. I love it because I love tinkering with custom formations and tactics. You might not, so in that case stick with the presets, but I think this is the best way to get the best out of your team and players. Okay, so this year EA have introduced player roles. Each player has been given specific roles that they're really good at, and then you get either a plus in that or you get a +2 in that, which means that they're very good, world class in fact, in that role. A perfect example would be Griezmann. Now he has got a +2 in the false 9 role, which is fantastic if you want to get the best out of him. Some players like Jesus Navas have got a +1 in the advanced forward role. Some strikers like Mbappe have got a +2 in the advanced forward role, which means that they're very good in that role. So you need to go and pick the players that are best in each role and set them up. Now how you do that is by going into Griezmann, you'll press the X and edit his role. Now you can choose from a false 9, you can choose from a poacher role, you can choose from an advanced forward which has got a +1 in, and then you've got a target forward, and then you come back to false 9. False 9 is his best role, and that's why he's been given a +2 in that. You get the best out of him, so that's how you choose each player's role. Once you do change the role, also what happens is that it changes the focus of the player. So if you're choosing a poacher role, his attack focus changes, and that's how it happens all the way through. So can you see the focus keeps on changing? So that's another thing that you've got to watch out for and make sure that you're happy with what the player's focus is. That's how you do it. You'll save the changes, you'll move on to another player. So when I want her to be in that wide playmaker role, and she's got a +1 in that, so when we're attacking she'll be pushing forward. That is brilliant. And I've got Molina, he's the right back, and I've given him that +1 role in the attacking wing back, so when I've got the ball he will be pushing forward. Can you see how aggressive we're going to be playing? This is absolutely amazing. I've got Nunes. Now Nunes has got a role which is the half winger plus role, so he's got a 1+ in that, and I want to get the best out of him when we're attacking, so again I've given him that role. And Carmona, she's the left back, she's got a +2 in attacking wing back, so she's very good in this role, world class at attacking. So this is why I've pushed her up in that role, and this is what you can do with all the forwards out there. You can go ahead and do that, but be careful. If you do opt for these roles, there are negatives. Now, in terms of Athenia, in this case, she's going to be giving a lot more support to the attack. She's going to have some pass options on. She's going to be a pass option herself, but she's going to lose stamina and she's not going to be cutting inside. That is the main issue. And the same goes for other players there. Look, box to box in this case is what I've set her up for in her role, but she will lose stamina. She's not going to be very versatile. Let's look at the defenders now. In defenders have also got roles. In this case, Joe Gomez has got a stopper plus. He's also got a +1 in ball playing defender. Depends what you want him to do. You can see on the graph on the left hand side that the green boxes appear, and it tells you where he's going to be operating if you choose this role. So you've got a defender role, which is where he's just going to sit back and defend. Now this is probably the best option for those of you who just want your centre back to stay back and not do anything fancy, but that will limit him as a pass option. But if you choose him as a stopper, he's going to go more aggressive forward, but then he'll leave gaps behind. That's a negative. And again, with the ball playing defender, again, he will leave gaps in the back. But I would probably opt for stopper for this instance. I don't know, it might work, it might not. It's early days. I'm still trying to find out which roles and tactics are the best. And goalkeepers also this year have roles, and again, they'll have a +1 or a +2. I've gone with this one because it's got a +1, and hopefully that will work. So this year, if you're buying a player, keep a lookout for the +2 roles, because that means that they'll be world class in them roles, and you'd probably want to utilize them as much as possible. That is how you set up custom tactics right now. That was a deep dive into how you want to set them up. I'm not advising you to go and choose this formation or do these tactics. That will come later. But right now, this video was just about getting into the menu and how you could go ahead and use custom tactics this year. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe to the Samsisu channel. Goodbye.